Well, good morning, Vanna Banana. Good morning, Missy. Oh, you're not feeling like being on camera this morning? Hey friends, welcome back to the channel. I'm just awake doing my chores this morning. Thought I'd bring you along with me. It's been a little while since I've had you down with the chickens and all that. We got a, oh my, we got a pretty good storm last night. Our power actually ended up going out, and ours very rarely goes out. I think in the 4 or 5 years we've been here, it's only went out once, but it got back on and it wasn't too bad. You know, we're not using air conditioning this year, and it did get really stuffy when I woke up at 5 in the morning and all the fans were off, but I was able to just pop open the back door and fell back to sleep pretty peacefully. But I don't know, I'm sure y'all can tell versus the last video, I finally mowed this week, and let me tell you, it was probably top 5 of the most satisfying mowing experience I've ever had because the grass was so tall. Y'all, check out this volunteer pumpkin plant. I'm guessing it's pumpkin or gourd. Got one growing right there. But this thing is wild, y'all. I've never watered it, anything like that, and it is taken over. It's even going up on top of their run. The girls are trying to tell me, quit slacking off, Mama Bear. Come feed us. Isn't that right, ladies? I bet the inside of y'all's coop is just a muddy mess after last night's storm. Hi, Gracie. And we're down to having 2 broody hens. We had 6 at one point, and I don't see Blondie out here right now, so she's probably back in the box. But her and little Bernice are the only 2 left that's still hanging on to that broodiness. And they should both be breaking very soon. What are you doing up there, Margaret? Can't get any food if you're up there. Watch out, ladies. Watch out, Toopy. Goldie. Enjoying your breakfast? What's up, Charlie? It's Cinnamon. What do you know? What do you know, Cinnamon? Hey, sweetheart. Look at all those fluffy butts. Some good girls. We still haven't made any... What, Cinnamon? You better watch out. Okay. All right, thank you. Yeah, we still haven't made any progress on the hoop coop that we're wanting to build. That's probably going to be, I don't know, maybe an early fall project now. I don't know if I've ever actually taken you over here to show you. This is the remnants we still have to finish. We were building a chicken tunnel so that we could cut a hole in the side of their run and occasionally let them out, and then that way we can move the tunnel so that they could do some free ranging without us having to fear hawks getting them. But you can see Papa Bear already had the first hoop up, and I don't know if it's gonna stay there or if we're gonna readjust the positioning of it a little bit. But the hoop coop that we're gonna have over here is gonna be specifically Golden Comets and Rhode Island Reds probably. And if we can find another one that's just a really good egg layer, we might throw another breed in there, and then we'll get us a rooster, full-size rooster. And once that's done, we'll actually start raising and incubating and hatching our own chicks. We've still got a little ways away on that though. Cinnamon. Okay. What'd you find? Huh? I hear you, Blondie. I hear you. Oh, sorry, ladies. Come on, move. Rake your poop. And I can't wait to get the new coop built, just because, you know, kind of like Dirk with his rabbit hutches, every time he builds one, he thinks of 3 or 4 different things he could have done to make it better. So each time he's improving the design and functionality, and really that's going to be the same with the chicken coop. It's going to be a lot easier to access, to clean. Cinnamon. All right, Bernice. This is little Bernice. She's one that's still broody. And especially since it's been getting so hot every day, I make sure to take them out a couple times a day. Come on, Blondie. She's going to scream. Oh, she wasn't too bad today. Here you go. What do you think, Blondie? What do you think, sweetheart? You want to go out and get you some breakfast? Yeah, I think it's a good idea too. Why don't you do that? You already up to cleaning yourself. Let's see how many eggs we got this morning so far. I felt you were sitting on one, Blondie. Alright, just 2 so far. But that's okay. It's really early. Me and Callie Alley are still sort of on the outs after I had my little fender bender with Marty the other day. If you didn't catch that short, I was going to move Callie Alley. She was right behind Marty over there, and I did not practice proper tractor etiquette, and I didn't make sure the tractor was in neutral before I turned the key, and it was not. A certain someone, Papa Bear, had turned her off without putting her back in neutral, and so I turned that key and she just right into the back of Marty, and she's got a little fender bender here, a little scraped paint, little dent, but character, right? Could have been worse. When she hit Marty, she hit him right here. You can kind of see her bright paint. So at least that was there, saving me from completely running in and either damaging something else or myself. But always practice proper tractor and vehicle etiquette, safety. Always make sure it's in neutral before you start it, friends. I'm gonna set my eggs inside here. Papa Bear's still asleep. He doesn't always get the best sleep, so I figured I'd let him sleep in a little bit. We've got the store today, and then we're going to help out at the fair again tonight. And y'all, check out the loofah trellis. Still not put on any blooms, but setting up quite nicely. Quite nicely. Let's go check on these big old meat birds. I did not get a chance to move their tractor yesterday before it rained last night, and I won't be able to move it now until later today when I can get better traction on the ground. But it doesn't look like it's too much of an awful mess in there. Good morning, ladies. What Did you do all right through the storm? Yeah, did you do all right? Morning. Shake you down some food. Get you some water there. It'll be a little cooler today, ladies, but not by much. They're good chickens. They lay me an egg almost every single day. And out of the ones that I've eaten and not sold, goodness, I think that they've given me 4 or 5 double yolkers. They're good birds, and I'm starting to get attached. But I'm keeping an eye on them. I'm making sure, you know, I don't overfeed them. The feed in that feeder has a harder time falling down naturally, so I have to get in there and kind of shake it up. That way they're not eating constantly all day long. And they're still walking around fine. Their legs are fine. They're just a little hefty, but as soon as they start showing any sign of any kind of extreme discomfort, Dirk will end up processing them. I'm not going to keep them around as pets when their bodies weren't designed to be that way. And while I've got you over here, show you kind of our field of shame, show you that, you know, anyone can lose the battle on weeds. We're having a heck of a time keeping our cucumber plants alive. And I don't know if that's just because of weeds taking over or just sickness to the plant or a little bit of everything. We had some loofah planted here and I can see it vining out, but I can't tell where the original plants were. And this field has nothing but gourds planted in it. It had sunflowers on the end, but that silly groundhog ate all of them. But I got down here last weekend and I was weeding, just trying to get some of those major weeds out of here so that the actual gourd plants can soak up most of the nutrition. And I'm still hoping that the gourds will take over and outgrow the weeds. Last year, when we had gourds planted down here and we had tomato plants and pepper plants, those gourds took over 4 rows of pepper plants. I mean, covered them 100%. You couldn't even see the pepper plant anymore. Couldn't harvest anything off of it. But it's still not really gotten out of control like that. And here's another issue that we had. If you watched the mum update or the weed update, which you can see I've still not gotten down here to finish my chore with pulling these weeds. I might do that today while the store's open if it doesn't get too hot. But I had mentioned that I hand watered all these, or not watered, hand fertilized all these. Well, it turns out the fertilized Papa Bear claims this mistake, that he didn't really pay attention and to exactly how the fertilized should be mixed with the water, and he thinks he made it too hot. Well, a whole bunch of our mums died. You can see that thing's not coming back. But just as many of them are just about as bright green as you could imagine, and it's really weird because they all got the same amount of fertilizer. And I was talking to somebody, I forget who I was talking to, I'm sorry if you're watching this, but somebody suggested that maybe the ones that died, maybe the drainage wasn't as good in the pot, so that extra fertilizer couldn't really get through, which makes sense as to why maybe some of them are still doing great and some of them aren't, but we'll see. I've been having thoughts about not doing nearly as many mums next year anyway, kind of pulling back. It's not that I don't enjoy them, it's just everybody's doing mums now, and it's really hard to justify spending all that time, and there's not a lot of money that we have into them, but to spend that time and maybe end up not selling them all. And I mean, the mums, just like with anything else with us that we sell, we're not trying to get rich off of it. You know, we want to give people some good deals so that they can enjoy some pretty flowers, some cool stuff out of the store, some good, you know, produce, good meat. We're not trying to get rich off of it. Miss Vanna, you're just all over the place this morning, aren't you? What are you doing? You want to tell our friends on YouTube how you were being a bad bunny yesterday? You got right up next to the road like you weren't supposed to. You want to tell them about that? No. You're so cute. You're lucky. You're lucky you're so stinking cute. You gonna let me pet you today? You gonna let me pet you? Just a little bit. She's not amused. All right, time to get the rabbits taken care of. Let me go. I got the hose over here by Thumper, so I guess we'll start here. Let me go ahead and, a lot of times when it gets really stormy and windy and rainy, their hay will get wet, it'll blow in. So keep in mind, I've not done any chores, no cleaning this morning yet. So that's what I'm about to do. If you've not watched any of my chore videos or rabbit videos in the past, they can make quite a mess with their hay overnight and everything in their bathroom spots, but we'll get that all taken care of. But I'll leave you in here with Thumper while I run and get some food and turn on the water. Hopefully she'll entertain you. Don't eat the GoPro, darling. What do you think, Thumper? What are you doing? Get you some food. Here you go, Mama. All right, excuse me. And change out your bathroom litter, darling. Pepperoni, did you just grunt at me? Goodness. Here you go, darling. Thumper doesn't really like to use or to eat the hay. She likes to use it primarily as a bathroom. Good morning, Peppy. What are you doing? You got a lot of your food spilled. Why are you wasteful? Why are you being wasteful, darling? Have a good day. And the rabbits are actually handling this extreme heat pretty well. Vanna, you want some pellets? There you go. You gonna eat some? Probably not. But yeah, we haven't had any issues. We have some that are definitely riding the struggle bus because they've got longer fur, but we've not had any casualties, luckily. Jesse? How was your night, buddy? Oh, your food got all wet. There you go. I know. You don't have to be so afraid, sweetie. Mouse. What are you doing, big boy? What are you doing? Hi, sweetheart. Hi. Quit petting me and feed me. There you go. What are you doing? She eating that. Caught you having a pellet snack. What are you doing, Diddles? What are you doing? Did you have a good night's sleep? And thunder didn't scare you, did it? Good morning, buddy. Good morning. Grizzly. Hi. He's such a sweetheart, but he's still so timid. But that's all right, isn't it, buddy? Isn't it? We love you no matter what. This fall will be our first time breeding with him. And we're definitely trying to switch to shorter breed rabbits when we're breeding them. I see you, Vanna. Cutie. They're a lot easier to maintain during the summer. It's easier on the bunnies out here, and I don't have time to come around and give bunnies haircuts or brush their hair, brush their fur if they start to get matted. Not when we have over 50 of them. Good morning. You've had this hay for a while, so I'm going to give you some fresh hay. Are we being nice this morning, little bit, or are we being hateful? There you go. Pellets all in your water dish. Well, battery overheated. It's frustrating. I've hardly had y'all in the sun at all. And if you haven't watched Frost the Oliver Man, go check out his channel. He had a nice little rant about the GoPro the other day on one of his videos that I got a kick out of because it's so true. These cameras are supposed to be designed for, you know, outdoor sports, outdoor activities, and they can't stand more than 5 minutes in the sun or in the heat before they shut down. It's a bit of annoying, but we'll make it work until they get something better, I reckon. Crazy Linda here. What are you doing, sweetheart? What are you doing? Hi. Look at those big old ears. Darling. Go. I don't know if one of my chickens just laid an egg or is upset with one of the other chickens, but I don't know if y'all can hear her. She's out of control. Good morning, Tanner. Get you having your hay spread all over the place. Good morning. Good morning, sweetie. There you go. Say hi to the camera. Enjoy your breakfast. Hi, Butters. Hi, sweetheart. Yes. Butters is so funny. She will lay right here in this spot against the side of the cage, and she'll just stick her head in the food dish and munch while she's laying down. She's kind of got it figured out. Pretty smart rabbit. I almost left y'all in there with her. All right, baby time. Good morning. Oh my goodness, what are you all doing? Look. Uh-oh, one of their water dishes broke. Get this open. Oh! Look at this. Look at this. Good morning, Chip. Hi, sweetheart. Oh, come here, baby. Chip here had an adventure this week as well. I'd mentioned that he was one of the ones that came to Vacation Bible School with us all week. Well, here on, I think it was Wednesday of this week, we took him to the fair just to get lunch, nothing special. We didn't have him there long, but lots of kids saw him and got to pet him, and it made him happy, so it was fun. But go back in there. All right, let's get that out here. We'll try with just one water dish for y'all, I guess. I'll have to go down in the store and see if I can get another one. Okay, oh my goodness. Y'all are crazy. You're crazy. Just help yourself, buddy. Just help yourself. All right. Y'all act like you never get fed. I keep y'all in feed. I keep y'all in feed all day. All right, out your feed bucket. What are you doing? What are you doing? This is probably my favorite age of bunnies. And Chip's gonna become my emotional support rabbit. I've made that determination. Look at that. And they've got another food dish on the other side of the cage. Obviously, I've not filled it up right now yet, but even when I do, they'll all stay piled at this one instead of breaking off to go to the other one. Out of the hutches that Papa Bear's built for me so far, out of the grow-up pens, this one's my favorite. I like the double doors, and I just like the space that's inside. It's, oh, I better give them some water. Don't worry, I'll get y'all another water dish. That one's big, but I know you're gonna need more. That was magnetized. All right, Chip, I gotta move along. I'll come see you later. Maybe you can hang out at the store with me today if I don't feel like doing work outside. Hello. All right, now these cages get really messy. Y'all are so wasteful.
So wasteful. Excuse me, I need to put the bowl back right there, sweetie. Oh my goodness.
I think I need to stop giving y'all so much hay late at night. What do you think? Come in here and get these scrubbed later. Normally by this point, oh, who did that? Normally by this point at their sizes, they would have been separated into individual cages, but I decided to try to just keep them all in this one to see how they would do. I mean, if you know anything about rabbits, if there's multiple of them in there in a cage, I mean, they're typically sleeping laying all on top of each other, even though they have this whole cage to stretch out in. It amazes me, even in this heat, I'll come over here and they'll just be piled on top of each other. But we just didn't have the extra cage space to separate them all individually, and all right, here's your food. Oh my goodness, I'm getting swarmed. Here you go. Here you go. I'll get you some hay in a minute. Take care of your neighbors here. Oh my goodness. Look at all the lions. Look at them all. Y'all got your food dish all, the water dish all gross. All right, excuse me. You know the drill. I got clean first. I clean. Can y'all give me some place to sit the GoPro down, please? I don't think I've mentioned it since then. I don't know that I've done an animal video since then, but one of these little white rascals just jumped plumb out of here the other day. You don't usually see rabbits trying to jump willingly from higher distances, but I don't know if he saw Vanna, she saw Vanna, and Vanna is their litter mate. And you can see a little bit of difference in size between them. These guys are definitely a little bit bigger than Vanna, but she's not been on pellets. Every now and then. Funny pile. Again, there's a second feeding dish in here. They zoom in on that one. And the way they're going after it, you'd think that they'd be done eating in all of maybe a few minutes, but they'll nibble on that for a while, and I'll come back out here a couple hours later to check on them, and they'll still have some pellets in there. They won't eat it all at once. But I'm gonna leave you right here, and I'm gonna go get some hay for these guys and their neighbors. Enjoy your breakfast. I'll see you for lunch. When it's hot out here like it's been getting, I make sure I come over here every couple hours just to make sure their water's not empty and the bunnies themselves are doing well. And they typically won't drink through the water all that fast, but the grow up pens that have multiple bunnies in it, I always want to make sure and check on those. And then I have a few troublemakers that like to spill their water dishes. I'm gonna take y'all into the bunny barn with me. like I say every time, it's dark in there and it's just harder to have the camera, a lot less space. But my GoPro is, the rubbers, this thing's taking some falls. Anyway, but I'm gonna leave it at that, and thank you for tagging along with me and checking on the rabbits and the chickens, and in a couple months we'll have a bunch of pigs again, so that'll be a fun time. I'm excited. I miss those big old fat pig butts running around. But we appreciate you, and you know, like Papa Bear always says, we love every one of you, and we really appreciate you watching, subscribing, liking, recommending our channel to others. It's been a lot of fun. So keep doing what you're doing, keep watching, keep being awesome, and we'll keep doing what we're doing. Until next time, friends, keep on keeping on.